Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's all baby? Who's all baby?
On the tab, you put your ass in the car. It's like a weekend at Bernie's, and baby, you with the bar. I'm about to get it poppin', call a Uber, cause I'm a scuba. Diving while he driving, shawty rockin', and I maneuver. I know you like it when I put it on, yeah. Maybe you should bring a friend along, yeah. Now, I got paper.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to your SummerSlam pre-show, SummerSlam recap show, part 2 here, with your host, the boss, Chase Carter. I want to thank each and one of y'all for rejoining us here again. Like I said, it's a little delay on the recap show for SummerSlam, because SummerSlam was 6 hours long, 2-hour pre-show, then we had a 4-hour main show. And then after that, after live streaming for 6 hours, there's no way I could do a recap show for SummerSlam. It was just way too much, way too long. But here we go. We still got 2 more matches to talk to you about, and they are the main event matches. I believe we got 2 more matches here. But anyway, we got the match to be crowned the first ever WWE Universal Championship, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. They did show the new champion. It kind of looks similar to the Women's Championship. A lot similar to the Women's Championship because it's all red. But anyway, well, here we go with the match. It says we get in-ring introductions to both Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. This is the bell rings, and Balor with a running dropkick onto Rollins right away. Rollins rolls out to avoid a coup de grace here. But Balor leaps over the top rope and then taking him out. Back inside, we got Balor who kicks out of with the legs. Rollins repeatedly here. Balor continues working over the leg of Rollins here. And Rollins trips up Balor onto the ring apron here and then gives Balor a suplex onto the floor. And then Rollins launches Balor over the barricade with a timekeeper arena area, and then Balor leaps out of the barricade here, and then takes out Rollins with a flying forearm, and then Balor tosses Rollins back inside, and then Rollins cuts him off, and then Balor catches Rollins with a drop kick to the face. Balor locks up the legs of Rollins here, and then stomps up to the knees of Rollins into the mat. And then Balor is on the ring apron, and Rollins slides under and gets Balor on his shoulders and then launches him at the ring barricade and then back inside. Rollins with the chops to Balor and then gets a few shots into the corner. And then Rollins with a snap more and then kicks into the back. And then Rollins is keeping Balor grounded and then starts choking him with a piece of his ring attire here, and that's what he's wearing. And then Rollins catches Balor with a glancing springboard knee here, and Rollins goes back up to the top here, and then a DDT, and then Balor with a flying forearm off the ropes, and then taking out Rollins. Balor with a drop kick here, and then sending Rollins out, and Balor catches Rollins with a knee to the face, hanging out onto the ropes here, over the ring apron, and back inside we got Balor with a sling blade takedown. Very impressive move there, Balor does. Rollins cuts off Balor with his drop kick. Balor counters a pedigree attempt. Rollins kicks Balor into the head here, and then Balor responds with his overhead kick. Rollins with a knee to Balor, but Balor plants Rollins with a inverted DDT here. Balor with a second inverted DDT for a 2 count. Balor misses a coup de grace. Rollins with a triangle lock applied on Balor here, and then Balor gets his foot on the bottom rope, and Michael Cole reminds us of the match is no disqualification rules here. Balor breaks free to force a break rolling out, and then back inside, Rollins connects with a power bomb into the corner and then follows it up here with a super kick for a 2 count. And Rollins is yelling at Balor that this is his ring. Balor is firing up. Balor with the body kicks hit a knee from Rollins. Rollins with a small package driver and gets a close 2 count. And then Rollins bails out. Balor chases and then drop kicks Rollins into the barricade. Balor tosses Rollins in. Balor goes up to the top and connects with a stomp to the head of Rollins. Rollins kicks out. Balor is going back up to the top here. Balor goes for the coup de grace. Rollins rolls out of the ring and then kicks Balor into the gut and hits the pedigree. Balor kicks out. Rollins misses a dive off to the top here, top rope. Balor drop kicks Rollins into the corner. Balor is up to the top here. And then Rollins cuts off Balor with a suplex. An incredible action here. Rollins hangs onto the rolling through. And then Balor avoids a pedigree and connects with a stomp over Rollins. And then Balor drop kicks Rollins into the corner. Balor with another drop kick to Rollins into the corner. And then Balor is up to the top and goes for the coup de grace and connects. And Balor hooks the leg and gets the pinfall. Balor is the first ever WWE Universal Champion. Are you kidding me? Winner and your new Universal Champion, Finn Balor. A very amazing match here. And after this match, folks, we learned the news that Finn Balor injured his shoulder when Seth Rollins did that power bomb into the barricade, and that's what blew Finn Balor's shoulder out of socket. And Finn Balor was able to amazingly put his shoulder back in socket and continue on with the match. Amazing. But we found out at the news that he's going to require surgery and that it is very severe. And we regret to inform everybody that he's going to be out for 6 months to a year. Very sad news, so he had to relinquish his WWE Universal Championship due to an injury for what Seth Rollins did to him. So I'm just very upset with Seth Rollins. I mean, he's just not very careful in the ring. And you see what he did to the legendary Sting icon. He put him out of commission. His career ended before he was supposed to end and broke John Cena's nose. Seth Rollins is just not very careful in the ring. I don't like it, and that's just my opinion on it. But I think he should go back to the Performance Center and get retrained. But anyway, and then after the match, we had Finn Balor grabs the WWE Universal Championship at ringside and gets back into the ring and celebrating. And Michael Cole talks about how Balor made history tonight, becoming the first ever WWE star to win a major world title in his WWE pay-per-view debut. Then we hear from SummerSlam panel featuring Lita, Booker T, and Jerry Lawler. Then Lana is out and then introduces the WWE United States Champion Rusev versus Roman Reigns. Walks out and a mixed reaction inside the Barclays Center. And like I said, this match never got to happen, but here it is. What did happen? Before the match can begin, we got Rusev immediately attacks Roman Reigns, throwing him into the both steel ring steps at ringside. And then Rusev drops right hands over Rusev, and then over Reigns, my bad. Reigns grabs part of the steel steps here and hits Reigns with an arm here to them. And Reigns with a toss to Rusev over the barricade into the timekeeper area. Cole notes that the match still hasn't officially started yet. A number of the WWE officials come to the ringside area to break it up. Rusev grabs a steel chair, and Reigns blocks a shot getting into the headbutts of Rusev here. Reigns tosses Rusev back into the ringside area. WWE officials are yelling at them both still. Reigns has a steel chair and hits Rusev into the ribs here with it, and then Reigns tells WWE officials to back off. Reigns cracks the chair over the back of Rusev at ringside. Reigns is throwing rights on the top of Rusev here. Reigns with the headbutts to Rusev. WWE officials are trying to separate the two. WWE officials are ordering Reigns to get to the back here. And a loud chant here, "We want Slater, we want Slater," chant breaks out. And JoJo announces on the mic that the WWE officials have ruled Rusev is not able to compete tonight. Reigns walks and then back down the ramp, charges and takes out Rusev with a huge spear. Spear. That's a massive spear. It seemed like Rusev was in mid-air. It was in air. It was such an impact. It was such a force. It was like a Goldberg spear. It was so unbelievable spear. That was a hellacious spear I've ever seen. Then we had a video package runs hyping up Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton tonight. Here we go with the main event now. And I'll give you my reaction to this after we get done going over the match here. But anyway, we had Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman, his advocate, versus Randy Orton, the Viper Randy Orton. And then we get to a Paul Heyman introduction for Brock Lesnar before the match. Then Lesnar and Randy Orton have a quick stare down here. And then the bell rings. And here we go with the main event at SummerSlam. Lesnar charges and throws a knee to Orton into the corner. Lesnar attempts a German suplex early. Orton hangs out onto the ropes here and then throws some elbows and then takes out Lesnar with a quick drop kick. Orton goes for an early RKO and then Lesnar avoids it. Lesnar connects with his first release here of a German suplex to Orton. Suplex number 1. Are you counting these guys? Lesnar with a second German suplex to Orton. Suplex number 2. Orton with a drop to Lesnar. Lesnar with a jumping knee and a third German suplex. Lesnar with more knees to Orton into the corner. Lesnar with a 4th German suplex. Orton then elbows to Lesnar. Lesnar overwhelms him. The shoulder charges. Lesnar with a 5th German suplex. Lesnar with more knees. Lesnar with his 6th German suplex. Orton rolls out and throws some big elbows. Lesnar cuts him off with the knee and then puts Orton on his shoulders and then drives him over one of the announce tables at the ringside. And crazy match already here. Orton falls over the barricade into the front row. Lesnar lifts up Orton and throws him over the announce table again. The time Orton goes crashing through it. Lesnar tosses Orton back inside the ring. Lesnar with a 6th German suplex. Back at ringside, Lesnar is clearing off another announce table and dragging a lifeless Orton onto the top here now. Lesnar is lifting up Orton here in an RKO out of nowhere. Are you kidding me? To Lesnar over the announce table. Unbelievable. It came out of nowhere. The table somehow holds up. And then Orton is back inside the ring. Lesnar is crawling back inside. Orton has Lesnar and connects with his DDT off the ropes here. Unbelievable. Orton with a 2nd RKO onto Lesnar. Hooks the leg and Lesnar kicks out. Then Orton is backing up into the corner here. Orton is going up to the back of the head, and when Lesnar cuts it off and connects an F5, Orton kicks Lesnar. Can't believe it, shaking his head. Lesnar mounts Orton and then throwing stiff-looking elbows here and forearms. Lesnar busted open. Officials is inside the ring, checking on Orton. He was busted open pretty bad by the elbow of Brock Lesnar here. Brock Lesnar sits back into the corner. Lesnar pushes them away and starts beating down Orton again with the right hands. A loud chant is made. Go Bird! Go Bird! Go Bird! The chant breaks out. Lesnar with more shots to Orton. The referee officially calls for the bell. The winner, Brock Lesnar, via TKO. Then after the match, we had Brock Lesnar attacks Randy Orton more. Shane McMahon hits the ring and gets in Lesnar's face saying it's over. Lesnar grabs Shane and then grabs him for an F5. Paul Heyman is yelling at Lesnar and begging him to stop. Lesnar leaves the ring and with Heyman. And then shows comes to close with Lesnar smiling as we see Shane just starting to recover. And then a shot of a very bloody Randy Orton in the corner here. And after that match there, folks, we learned the news that Randy Orton had to have 10 staples put in his head because he was so busted open from the elbow shots of what Brock Lesnar did to Randy Orton. And in my opinion, Brock Lesnar should have not won this match. No way he should have never won this match at all. He should have been disqualified because, after, you see a helpless man bleeding, he's defenseless, he can't defend himself. That match he should have been disqualified, in my opinion, because he continued to keep on busting open headshots after they already had a trainer out there trying to attend to the open wound of Randy Orton. And we found out after this match was over, also I found out that Mr. McMahon was going with Brock Lesnar to win at SummerSlam, and Triple H was going with Randy Orton to win. Ultimately, Mr. McMahon always has his way. Always has his way from day one. He's always had his way because that's his company, and he's going to do whatever the hell he wants to do. But I do agree with Triple H's side here that, Randy Orton is going to be here for the long haul, a lot longer time than, Brock Lesnar probably will be. So it would make sense for Randy Orton to win here. But, and also, we had 2 doping violations from Brock Lesnar from the UFC that WWE completely ignored, didn't acknowledge it at all, not really at all. They didn't suspend Brock Lesnar. They didn't give him anything at all. And now, for what we're hearing, what he did to Shane McMahon, though, however, he's going to get only a $500 fine. What a bunch of bullshit. That's what I'm saying. I mean, and for what I'm hearing, it's only storyline. It's not no real fine. Are you kidding me? Only $500 for what he did to a not a general manager, but a commissioner of SmackDown, an authority figure, and all he gets fined is $500. But I can tell you this right now, folks, that they are setting up a feud between Brock Lesnar and Shane McMahon probably at Royal Rumble or here one of these pay-per-views coming up here. Because it's definitely not over between Brock Lesnar and Shane McMahon. Far from it. And you would think that this is not over between Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton after what Randy Orton suffered here in this match. And, we did hear some questions. So why did Brock Lesnar do what he did to Randy Orton? Why did he bust his head open? And then we found out that it was from one of the UFC fighters, the Connor, that kept running his mouth off about WWE saying it's fake. They never bleed anymore. So maybe Brock Lesnar was trying to prove a point here. They say, hey, wrestling's not fake. Look what we can do. We can bust someone's head open, But it was cool to see, but at the same time, you were saying Brock Lesnar went too far. He went too far, and he should have been disqualified. He should have not won the match. We did hear the chance for Goldberg. Everybody was wanting to see Goldberg. We did not get to see Goldberg. We all thought that The Undertaker was going to return. That didn't happen. And then we heard the news that Goldberg, he did apologize to all the fans for not being at SummerSlam. I think from what we've heard, Goldberg did suffer some kind of injury. We're not sure what that is. So that might have been the reason why he wasn't there. But will we see Goldberg at the next pay-per-view coming up? We still got Clash of Champions coming up. We still got Backlash coming up here in September. We still got time for Goldberg to return. So don't give up on Goldberg. Don't give up on Undertaker. There's still a possibility. And we also learned the news that Undertaker's wife, Michelle McCool, is battling with skin cancer. So we send our thoughts and prayers out to his beautiful wife, Michelle McCool, and we wish her all the best and hopefully a speedy recovery, and we hope that all the things go well for her. And now let's go over all the other matches here, and I'm going to give you my thoughts now on each of these matches here. We had Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. They defeated Enzo Amore and Big Cass. It was an okay match. It could have been better. I'm not a fan of Chris Jericho. I mean, I was whenever he was at WCW, but not anymore. Kevin Owens, I can't stand him. Can't stand either one of these guys. But I think Kevin Owens definitely has got potential to be one of the top stars in the WWE future here, near future. If he's pushed right and developed right, Chris Jericho, you might as well say his career is just about done, over with. He's already had his time. So, and then Enzo Amore and Big Cass, they have a very bright future as together as a tag team and as possibly as a single career for Big Cass. The size that Mr. Man's already impressed with Big Cass' size. He's 7 feet tall and you can't teach that. So, yeah, definitely Big Cass and Enzo, they got a bright future ahead of them. I would love to see Carmella join Enzo and Big Cass. That's the way it was in NXT. But Enzo and Big Cass are on Raw. Carmella is on SmackDown. So that's the only sad thing there. But it was an okay match. I was wanting Enzo and Big Cass to win this match, so I was disappointed with this match. So then we had Charlotte defeated Sasha Banks to become the new WWE Women's Championship. I was upset about this match because I wanted Sasha Banks to retain her championship here. And it just disappointing. It was just disappointing because Sasha Banks just got it, from Charlotte. And now at the first pay-per-view, she was unsuccessful in defending it, and it's disappointing. But we learned the news that Sasha Banks did suffer an injury. Maybe WWE officials knew that ahead of time. I don't know. Or maybe this is what they plot. Who knows? But it was disappointing. I was very upset about the outcome of this match, but that's how it goes. Then we had The Miz defeating Apollo Crews to retain the WWE Intercontinental Championship. It's really no surprise. I knew The Miz was probably going to win here. It's really no surprise. I can't stand The Miz. I can't stand Maurice. Every time they kiss, it makes me want to vomit, throw up, and then look for a trash can. It just makes me ill. Apollo Crews has got all the potential to be a phenomenon, to be a great superstar like Bobby Lashley or somebody. That's who he reminds me of. But definitely Apollo Crews, or what Daniel Bryan calls him, Apollo Creed. But he definitely has all the makings to be a great superstar, and there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be Intercontinental Champion. I think he should have been Intercontinental Champion at SummerSlam. I mean, don't y'all agree? Then we had AJ Styles defeated John Cena. I was really surprised, kind of with this outcome, because you were used to seeing John Cena winning all the time, right? But AJ Styles not only beat John Cena, but he beat him cleanly with no outside interference, no Jon Stewart this time at SummerSlam from last year. John Cena. We saw Jon Stewart come out and try to interfere with John Cena's match last year, and he paid for it with AA, but we didn't see that happen this year. And congratulations to AJ Styles for just being able to beat John Cena clean. For once, he's finally able to prove that he is a phenomenal AJ Styles. He finally lived up to all of his names here. He lived up to his name here. You have to give the devil his due here. He really lived up to his name here. So congratulations to AJ Styles for that, for actually finally beating John Cena without any outside interference and nobody coming out. He did it all on his own, and you got to give him kudos for that. And then we see John Cena take off his armband. That was very surprising to me. Why did he take it off? Is he quitting WWE? Or is he retiring? Or is he just frustrated there? Are we finally going to see John Cena turn heel when he comes back? Because we know John Cena's got other obligations going on. So there's a lot of people probably shaking their heads after that. Probably wondering what's going on here. Or is he just showing respect to the Barclays Center? It could be a number of things. And we got a lot of questions from what we saw from John Cena do right there. I'm sure a lot of people just got a lot of questions for what we saw there. And then we had Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson defeated the WWE Tag Team champions New Day, but it was via disqualification. So still your tag team champions are the New Day here. I really don't care. I really don't have any thoughts on this match. I mean, it was an okay match, I guess. But I don't understand what they're doing. WWE Creative here is doing with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, now making them doctors or whatever they're doing. And they have like these little eggs, and they're representing them as the balls of the New Day, like they have their balls in a jar. Or it's too weird. It's too bizarre. It's too nuts. And it definitely it's definitely not PG. It doesn't look PG at all. But I don't know. I guess they're trying to do something with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I do admire them, at least trying to do something, but I don't think it's going to work. I cannot stand the New Day. I've never been a fan of the New Day. They haven't never really grown on me. That I'm so sick of the New Day. I don't even know why they're still tag team champions. But I know Mr. McMahon, he loves the New Day. That's his boys. He loves the gimmick. He thinks they're funny, thinks they're hilarious. But I think everybody's getting tired of the New Day. Seeing them together already. We want a different change. We want a new tag team champions already. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson would have gave us someone new to, at least a new tag team champion at least. But it didn't happen. Then we had Dean Ambrose defeated Dolph Ziggler to retain the WWE World Championship. And it was a great match. This match could have easily went either way. It was a back and forth match, but I was pulling for my boy Dean Ambrose. I've been a fan of Dean Ambrose since they were together with The Shield. Always been a fan of Dean Ambrose, and I don't care if he probably turns heel or not. I'm probably still going to be a fan of Dean Ambrose and always will be. So I think Dean Ambrose's career in WWE is going to blossom, and he's going to just go as far, I think, than anybody we've ever seen in recent years. And he reminds me of Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's who Dean Ambrose reminds me of, and he has all the makings to be a great superstar. Dolph Ziggler, same thing. He's a show-off. Kind of reminds everybody of Shawn Michaels. He definitely has all the makings as well. He's going to be a great phenomenon here in SmackDown brand. Really going to help boost SmackDown brand. This match lived up to all the hypes. It really did. It was really a phenomenal match. A back and forth match. You notice that they changed the name to the WWE World Championship now. That's what they call it now, since it's now on the SmackDown brand. And so, congratulations to both these guys for a great match. Congratulations, Dean Ambrose. Well done, well job, and well put together match. I was really very impressed. So I really don't have no complaints on this match. Then we had Nikki Bella, Natalya, and Alexa Bliss. They defeated Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Carmella here. Very surprised to see Nikki Bella back after her neck injury, so she was filling in for Eva Marie since she got suspended. Of course, on storyline, they're going to say that she was exhausted. Exhausted from what? Are you kidding me? Is she a fat cow or something? She been eating too many Twinkies or something, or what? I mean, this girl cannot even compete in the ring, but has the audacity, has the nerve to come out and interfere in the match whenever they're facing someone else. She has the nerve to come out and interfere. And I'm so sick and tired of Eva Marie. Thank God she's suspended so I don't have to see her sorry ass. I'm sorry, I'm very biased against Eva Marie. She can't wrestle. She can't perform. She's a hot chick, don't get me wrong. She should be a model. She should be doing other things than being in WWE. She's definitely not WWE material, in my opinion. She cannot wrestle, guys. She's terrible. Her entrance is terrible. She sucks. And they're trying to do this new entrance where this announcer introduces her now and supposed to make her look better. And are you kidding me? There's nothing they can do for Eva Marie to make her look better. Nothing's going to work. She's going to get more heat. She's going to piss a lot of fans off like she did me. I mean, because she pissed me off. I mean, she really does get to me. And another guy who gets to me is The Miz. Miz and Eva Marie are the two people that really piss me off the most right now in WWE. And Seth Rollins. Well, I'll talk to you about that here in just a minute. Let's go over this match. Nikki Bella, Natalya, Alexa Bliss, they defeated Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Carmella. It was a great match. I actually love this match because we had all these women actually in the ring fighting it out here at one point in this match. So it was a chaotic match. It was fun to watch. It was entertaining. I love Natalya. I love Alexa Bliss. Of course, I also love Becky Lynch here and Carmella. Naomi's pretty cool too. But this match could have went either way. And it's great to see, and it makes sense that they would allow Nikki Bella and Natalya and Alexa Bliss win this match. It makes sense. It really does. So, congratulations to Nikki Bella, Natalya, and Alexa Bliss winning here. Alexa Bliss now on the SmackDown brand has all the makings and potential to be a great superstar on SmackDown brand, as far as Natalya as well. And Nikki Bella, she's now part of SmackDown as well. Then we had Finn Balor. He defeated Seth Rollins to become the first ever WWE Universal Championship. And then, like I said, after the match was over and he was crowned the first ever Universal Champion, then we heard the news that he was unable to keep his championship. He had to relinquish his championship on Monday Night Raw the next night. Very sad, very heartbreaking news to tell you all that. Due to a shoulder injury that happened from Seth Rollins viciously and violently powerbombing into the barricade to Finn Balor on his shoulder, blew his shoulder completely out of socket. Finn Balor was so brave and so unbelievable superstar that he popped his own shoulder back in socket, folks, and continued on to the match like a true warrior, like a true champion. And kudos for Finn Balor for doing that. Just continue on in the match. He already knew he probably was injured, but he kept on competing for us, for the fans. So thank you to Finn Balor for that. And it was a great match. Unbelievable action, back and forth. But Seth Rollins ultimately winning here. Not winning, but I mean, he kind of won the match because he injured Finn Balor. So I guess in a way he did win this match. He got what he wanted. He wanted to put Finn Balor on a shelf. And if all we're hearing the news of he had to have surgery, Finn Balor did, on his shoulder, and he's going to be out for 6 months to a year, and it's a lot severe than they thought it was. We wish Finn Balor a speedy recovery. It's absolutely heartbreaking that he was unable to hang on to his championship after he just won it on SummerSlam to become the first ever Universal Champion. But it's going to go in the record books as him as the first ever Universal Champion, though. There's nothing Seth Rollins can do about that. That's going to go in the record books at SummerSlam. But what's really sad is he was unable to hang on to it. And what makes me so angry and so mad is that Seth Rollins continues to injure our favorite WWE superstars time and time again, putting them on the shelf, or completely ending their career, retiring them, where they can't compete anymore. Seth Rollins is not careful. He doesn't care about his opponents in the ring. He viciously and violently attacks them. We saw what he did to John Cena, broke his nose with that high knee. He's just not careful. And I don't know, it doesn't seem like Mr. McMahon or Triple H or anybody's really paying any attention to Seth Rollins here. And I know the nature of the game. I know when you step in that ring, you're taking risk. But it comes to a point when, Seth Rollins continues to take out superstars time and time again. But at some point, you have to say, hey, maybe this guy is not being too careful in the ring. Maybe we need to take this guy back to the Performance Center and retrain this guy how to protect. And, their opponents, because they're like dancing. Wrestling is kind of like ballet or dancing partners. They have to kind of protect each other. And Seth Rollins has got to tell his opponent what he's going to do to him before he does it, and it's kind of like, and that's what a lot of people don't see. That's why a lot of people say wrestling's fake. But wrestling's not fake, folks. It's the real deal. What they do in that business, I mean, yes, the storylines are fake. And them, probably coaching each other, telling what they're going to do before they do it is kind of fake. But what they're doing in the ring is all real. They're taking real risk with their body, and something can and will go wrong, what we just seen at SummerSlam. Because they had plans on Finn Balor being that Universal Champion for a while, and they had to rewrite the script for Monday Night Raw. We had Mr. McMahon panicking just hours before Monday Night Raw because I guess the news must have broke midday for Monday Night Raw that they heard the news that he was no longer going to be able to be champion. So they already had all this planned out for Finn Balor to be the champion for a long time, and then all of a sudden they get the news that he's no longer going to be champion, and then now we got Mr. McMahon panicking. We don't see Mr. McMahon panic very often. But this really makes the Raw brand look very weak. It makes it look like that they have a lot of problems now, a lot of questions now, because they can't keep a champion for long, and they just debuted this new championship, and it kind of looks fake and phony, if you ask me. It looks like a toy championship. It looks too much like the women's championship, in my opinion, and it doesn't look like the real deal at all. And I think a lot of fans, you got to be concerned with the product of Raw brand, because it's 3 hours long. We have a lot of promos, a lot of talking, and it seems like even whenever we have the matches look kind of dry, they look kind of boring, and they're just kind of throwing stuff together that is really making no sense. And for this build-up for SummerSlam, they really had no really good build-up for it. I mean, for the match between Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar, we had really no good build-up for it. It was like, really? These guys never had no brawls? I mean, we saw a couple of counters with, Randy Orton coming out with to RKO to Brock Lesnar on Raw before. And then Brock Lesnar come to SmackDown one time to get his back on Randy Orton here. But, I mean, for real, I mean, we really didn't see too much build-up for Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton. I'm disappointed with that. But there was one feud that they built up that they didn't do anything with it at SummerSlam, was what really pisses me off. And that is Roman Reigns versus Rusev for the United States Championship. They had a great build-up for it. They had the brawl fights. I mean, this match should have been no disqualification come at SummerSlam for the United States Championship. They want to make the United States Championship look great again. And then with all these indications, what we saw, them backstage brawling, they had to know going into SummerSlam that this was going to be a crazy match. So why not make it a no disqualification? You got a 6-hour show here, and these fans are probably wondering, why the hell are we sitting here for 6 hours for SummerSlam? It's kind of ridiculous, if you ask me. I mean, and it doesn't seem like it was an okay show, but I mean, it's like, really? We're going to waste 6 hours of our time for this? I mean, come on, make this show worthwhile for these fans, and let's put on a hell of a show. And instead, we see them brawling, and we don't ever get to see the match start. In my opinion, if I was general manager there, I would have ordered this match to restart, and both them guys get in that ring, because the fans want to see a damn match. You build up a great match between Roman Reigns and Rusev, and yet WWE fails to do anything with it at SummerSlam. Really pisses me off. Really did. It really did. And then, of course, the match between Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton. Brock Lesnar winning by TKO, that really irritated me the most. He did not deserve to win, because he completely assaulted Randy Orton after medical attention was trying to treat him on his open wound, and it's just not right. It's not right. But Mr. McMahon's always going to have his way, and it's always been that way, and it's always going to be that way. And as long as he's the CEO of the company, it's going to continue to be that way. But what I'm saying, folks, is I think Stephanie McMahon and Mr. McMahon are driving the WWE to the ground. They literally are. They're killing the product. The Triple H, if he ever takes over as CEO of the company fully all the way, you're going to see a whole new change in WWE coming. But you do see some promising. I mean, they are trying to get back to the Attitude Era ways. I mean, anything's possible in WWE, but you just got to be frustrated. It's frustrating for us fans. It's been loyal to WWE for all these years, and it seemed like SummerSlam was really a waste of our time. It really was. But anyway, thank you all guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I love each and one of y'all for joining us for SummerSlam for 2 parts here on a podcast. We're going to close it out with the theme song here from New York, Brooklyn. Thank y'all guys for joining us. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.
New York City, New York City. New York City.
New York.
one legends, we hold it down. New York, Jersey representing. No competing when you talk about the 5 B's. BX, BK, Staten, Manhattan, Queens. Stay connected like the pieces in a puzzle piece. You wanna step to the best, please. Real low when I roll down the city streets. Cats wanna clone the flow, ha, mini me's. Cause real recognize real when we ripping beats. Raising the bar too high with the epitome of grace in the wax. When we lacing the tracks. New York representing till I'm fading the black. Yo, and I've been all across the map, but there's a reason why I always come back to the NYC. We back.
I'm going back.
Are y'all ready?
I'm going back.
Let's go.
New York City. I'm going back to the NYC.
I'm gonna take you back to NYC. I've been to a million other places, but you still my
New
streets.
York City. I'm going back to the NYC.
Yeah, I'm talking about the NYC. It's my city, and I'm repping to the death for me.
New York City. I'm going back to the NYC.
I'm gonna take you back to NYC. I've been to a million other places, but you still my
New
streets.
York City. I'm going back to the NYC.
Yeah, I'm talking about the NYC. It's my city, and I'm repping to the death for me. Yeah, steady hustle in the city that never sleeps. Street smart, headstrong, never weak. Forever deemed as the #1 legends. We hold it down. New York, Jersey representing. No competing when you talk about the 5 B's. BX, BK, Staten, Manhattan, Queens. Stay connected like the pieces in a puzzle piece. You wanna step to the best, please. Real low when I roll down the city streets. Cats wanna clone the flow, ha, mini me's. Cause real recognize real when we ripping beats. Raising the bar too high with the epitome of grace in the wax. When we lacing the tracks. New York representing till I'm fading the black.